Hi, welcome to MoversSuite training. This training covers the basics of local services and dispatching. We're going to start out in order information where we'll send a local service to dispatch. From our order, we'll open the Local Services tab. From this tab, we can manage all the local service requests for an order. Let's go ahead and add a service for this order by clicking on the Add Service button. We'll be prompted to enter a branch, so we'll enter the branch that we want the work to be done under and press OK. Enter the particulars of the service that we want to send as a request to local dispatch, including the carton, service date requested by the shipper, and crew and hours. The application calculates total hours needed based on predefined settings. Notice that once we entered a date, the screen expanded to display a day note. A day note is a way for local dispatch to communicate to Move management about key information regarding certain types of services. In this instance, if we were adding a service requiring a liftgate, we would know to contact them prior to actually requesting the service. This service looks good, so let's save the record and send the request to local dispatch. We'll do this by pressing the Send to Dispatch button. The system prompts us to confirm the request. If we like what we see, we'll press Send to submit the request. Back on our data grid, we can see that the service is pending. This indicates that the request has been sent to a queue and is pending dispatch review. Now we're going to change our role within the organization to that of dispatcher. We'll start out by going into local dispatch and continue the workflow of the service we just sent there from order information. The first indication to the dispatcher that services need their attention is in the highlighted Requested Services button near the top of the screen. This button flashes when there are pending requests for their branches. Additionally, the total number of requests in the queue display as well. Press this button and we'll see all the requests that need the dispatcher's attention. The functions available to the dispatcher are along the bottom of the screen. If the dispatcher needs more information regarding the order of the request, they can view order details. This screen gives a quick snapshot of the Move data recorded in order information to assist the dispatcher in scheduling. While working with the request, we can minimize the screen to view other services for the given date. The dispatch board automatically displays services for the same date as the request, allowing us to plan accordingly. Looks like we can go ahead and schedule the service, so we'll press the Clear Service button, which moves the service from the screen to the dispatch board. Other functions here allow us to view and possibly edit the service through the Edit Service button. Additionally, we can send the service back to order information by declining it. Alright, so we're done here for now. We'll press Close to exit the screen. The service we just cleared now appears in the dispatch board. From here, we can assign crew and equipment to the service. Highlight the record and select the available crew and, using a right-click option, auto-assign them to the service. We'll assign equipment in the same manner as we did for our crew. Highlight the service, select the appropriate resource, and assign it to the order using the right-click option. Our service reflects our assignment within the crew names and equipment columns. Additionally, assigned crew and resources are highlighted so that we know that these assignments were made for the selected service. With our assignments made, we can get this information to our crew by printing a work ticket. The work ticket provides all the information needed for the crew to complete their job successfully, including times, dates, addresses, as well as the CPU data entered in Move information and any extra stops. Once the work ticket is printed, the system issues a work ticket number, which provides an audit trail and is used later on in the process. Upon completion of the job and seeing that the crew has returned the work ticket, we can enter data on what actually occurred on the request through the Enter Actuals function. From this screen, we can enter the actual times needed by a crew by pressing Update Crew. Enter the appropriate start and end times and press Add. This updates the crew time for the named crew member. Press Next and adjust the time for the other crew member. Press Done to close out of the screen. Using the same process, enter actual time for the equipment. Next up, we'll update the containers packing and unpacking for the job. From this screen, we have the ability to enter actual item counts used for the job so that we can bill properly. For example, if our crew was more efficient than originally estimated, we'll reflect that here. When our changes are complete, press Done to save and close the screen. We can capture the services added in the field by entering them as other services. Let's say the shipper wasn't available when planned. We'll go ahead and charge them for their wait time as agreed. We recorded this here so our billing people would know to invoice the customer for the particular wait time. Once we're finished entering the updates, we'll press Done to close out of the screen. And press Done again to finish up. Our part as a local dispatcher is now complete. Now our role will be that of a long-distance dispatcher. The order we started needs some hauling assistance. For this, we're going to go into long-distance dispatch. In long-distance dispatch, we can use the Find to locate our order and populate the data grid. This grid displays the orders available for the assignment to our drivers. Seeing that our order is available, we'll move over to the Driver Activity tab where we'll assign it to our driver. As a long-distance dispatcher, we can assign the shipment to a particular driver and create a trip for the driver in addition to viewing all the trips assigned. First off, let's group our dispatch board by trip number. Simply click and drag the trip column to the group header above the grid and release it. This makes it easy for us to see which trips are assigned to our driver. We can break this down by clicking on the Expand button to view the individual orders that comprise the trip. Now let's create a new trip for our order. Press the Add Trip button. Create a trip by selecting our order from the list and verifying the move information that's present. Again, orders available here are those we found and that display within the Orders tab. The system automatically assigns a trip number for us, and we'll just need to press Save to add the order to the trip. The system displays the total weight and line haul of the highlighted trip as well as calculating the balance available for the driver advances. Additionally, many options are available to us through right-click options, including the ability to add a new order and quickly change the trip for the selected order. That wraps it up for the basics on entering local services and dispatching. Thank you for watching our training video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please watch our other videos in the series.